they are important. I would not say that they are not important. They are important because it increases the breed standards, the looks, and the conservation of the horses. But what I unfortunately noticed with the breed shows which are happening in the north, most of them are on this side, that it has now become a business venture. It has become a venture to sell your horses, rather than looking into the breed or conformations or anything. People are making their own laws, their own rules, taking out certain horses of certain heights, taking out horses which are not of the color combination required, and are basically trying to promote horses of each other, which is wrong. And that is why we feel that I think there is a time limit now where we need to go again with all the societies or associations which are all over India. We need to put them together at one table and discuss the breed standards once again so that we all follow the same standard with any show anywhere in the country. That's number one. Number two, for the breed shows, we want to make rules. We had done about 4 years back a judging conference, which we are trying to do again in Gujarat sometime in January. And what we want to do is to have a written examination and a practical examination after 3 days of conference and select the judges who pass the test and then give them a certificate that they are now in judge of B class, depending on the percentage they get. And only A-class judges should be allowed to judge the national or all India shows. That is how we want to do it. Is someone raising a hand or want to ask something? Oh, sorry.
No,
I thought you wanted to ask something. Okay. So that is one thing. And then we want to make a code of conduct for which I would advise people from your group also who would like to send in their suggestion. There's a group, you can all discuss it and send us your suggestion. What we want to do is to make rules. If you are a breeder, you cannot judge in that particular class. If you have bred horses which are bred by you, you cannot be in the ring to judge those horses. This cannot be done. And if you are in the ring where the horse comes in, because sometimes we don't know who's entering, then as soon as we know from the entry form that this horse is bred by you, that judge has to move on. He cannot judge those horses. And the third most important thing which we tried out at Pushkar in 2020, which was very successful, and 21 in fact, is we made a panel of judges and we did not let even the judge know as to which ring is he going to go in. The judges did not know that. It was only 2 people in the organization, the organizing secretary and another person, in that case it was me, who knew which judges to put in what ring at the last very minute. So no one knew. The breeders did not know who was going to judge. We saw the entry forms, we decided, okay, these are the 3 judges which go in. And then they were allowed to judge. If there was a conflict, it went to an appeal committee. And if there was still a conflict, it went to an appeal authority. And that was the final decision. Now, these are the things which, if they are followed in breed standards, I am sure we will be fair and transparent in our working, and we will be able to do justice to any person who comes in with a good-looking horse and a good conformation of a horse, rather than only supporting those who are our members or who we want to promote. So this is as far as the breeding side is concerned. If there are any suggestions you would like to give, you are welcome to discuss it with me or send me an email through your organization. We will be happy to interact. Coming to the sports side, I would like to state here that it was in 95 that my teams from Rajasthan entered the National Endurance Competition in Bareilly. And you won't believe it, we had no knowledge of endurance. We were absolutely as late a person as anyone could be. And we went there just because we saw, okay, let's see what this endurance is all about. We took our breeding horses, because we had not even trained our horses, so we took our breeding mares and we went there. And when we started the endurance 80 kilometers of the race, you won't believe it, the first round, the entire army vets were shocked that these horses did not sweat. These horses were passing urine without any difficulty. They were eating their lucerne, their rachka, very happily, and they were ready to go for the second round. When the second round was over, we were still very good. The veterinary general who was there, who later became the chairman of the Animal Welfare Board after retirement, he was there as the chief veterinary, and he told all the students to go and check these horses if they were given any medicines, as they could not believe that they were able to perform so well. And that was the day we realized that we stand a chance. One of my teammates was injured. She fell in a water lake. The horse slipped and broke the collarbone. So we were then left only with 3 riders. Myself, my rider from the stable, and Francesca. And we decided to pull our horses a little bit, because if one of us got disqualified, the team would be out as per the rules, as you know. And we won the bronze medal in that first national championship. That set us for this sport. We practiced, we saw the rules. I went to Dubai, I saw the World Championship, and I saw all the rules and the timings there, and I decided this is the sport for our horses. And after that, we won gold medals in 80. The army then decided to go to 100 kilometers. We agreed. We went into that and won gold medal twice. And then we forced them to go into 120. And after we told them that we'll go into 120, because that is the limit for international competition. If anyone from India wants to participate in an international competition, we need a certain amount of kilometers to be done in a year, and 120 is a must. So we have to go through 120. So we did that, and we won that championship as well. So after that, there has never been any more talking about increasing the course, because the army horses are not fit enough for that kind of run. So in other words, all I want to say is that if we practice, we understand the rules, we understand the nutrition, we understand the crew, which is the most important aspect of endurance. The crew has to be trained how to take your horse, how to give it minutes of rest, and what all has to be done to the horse while it is in that 25 minutes rest period. If we feel we can just ask a friend who is standing there, "Acha bhai, you come, tum ghode ko malish karna, ghode ko pakad lena," that is not going to work. We need to train our crew from the time we cross the line, so that the horse is taken in, unsaddled, washed, cleaned, given its supplement, given its food, given its rachka, water, and is ready for the inspection. Now, in endurance, I would like to state here very clearly to you, the course is important, how you take the rider takes the horse, but more important is your rest period. When you come into the rest period, you have the chance then to make up your mind. Once you are able to understand that, okay, my horse is ready, you are allowed to have your own vet, who keep checking your horse in the rest area. And once the vet allows you to say, okay, the horse is ready, you should be able to take your horse before the time and get it in the line for vet check. Now, the idea here, which I will share with you openly, is it is a judgment. If you know that there is a line of 10 horses standing in the wet area to go in for testing, and yours is going to be the 11th or the 12th horse, even if your heart rate of the horse has not come down, to the 64, go in, go and stand in the line. Because by the time the horse takes another 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes to get to the inspection, it will be fit. So that is making up your time. That is the trick to make up your time. And the earlier you pass, the earlier you leave. So you make up your time not only on the course, but you make up your time in your vet. So that is the most important part of it. We have to be very careful when we are riding together that horses do not kick or trouble each other, and make sure that you are, when you are on the course, you are able to avoid areas or stones or, in the fields, the cut-off harvest pieces, so that the horse does not get late. That is the most important aspect. 90% of the horses do not fail the veterinary test because of heartache in our indigenous horses. They fail because of limbs. So that is how you have to avoid your horse from getting lame. And once you are in, you are ready to go, you have passed your medical, make sure you always keep your second slip of your medical test. You are given 3 slips of medical tests. Now usually people don't understand. They give all the 3 slips and then they are in a hurry. They give the 3 slips, they run across, they get on to the next horse and for the next round and go for it. You have lost your piece of paper. And I will not name, but I have seen it in a national championship where I was present, that the slips which were left behind, the timings were changed to suit the organizers or to suit the club which was hosting, to make their people pass their events. So if you keep your slip with you, you can change it any time, because you can go and say you are allowed to check your papers, you are allowed to check your timings. So if your slip is with you, nobody can mess with your time. So these are some of the tips which we usually do in a endurance course. We have had meetings at Dundlod, and I would be quite happy to be able to get some of our international judges of endurance to come with me to your place anytime when you want to organize and do a 1 day or 2 maybe, to do a meeting with you on the theory, on the rules, as well as the practical. So that you all are totally ready for it. We had a 7-day camp in Dundlod where we did jumping and pegging and endurance, and at the end of it we did a 20 kilometers practical endurance race for all the participants, for all the medical and everything. So these are the important things which I'd like to share with you. Now if there is anything else you want to talk on endurance, you can always send the message to me. And the third thing I want to tell you about the sporting side is tent pegging. Now tent pegging is another third sport where we will get a second sport, I would say. The first was endurance, second is tent pegging, where our horses do extremely well. There is a lot of things which we are doing in India with lance and sword, but where we are losing at the international level for the civil side, we are not doing the ring, we are not doing the lemon cutting, we are not doing the ring and peg together. Now all these things need to be done, talk to people, so that we can compete at the international level. Our horses are very fit, and the speed of our horse is fast. Now the only trick which I would like to again tell you here for tent pegging is the speed. Because now there is a line to start and a line to end. Now timing is taken from start to end. And as our horses have the speed, we make the timing much better than any of the thoroughbred horses or horses of the police or the army. So these are the things which I would like to share with you sometime in a course. And of course after that, which is very difficult, the third one is dressage. Because our horses are beautiful to look at, they are graceful, they are smart, they look attentive, they walk well, they even canter or, the slow trot, whatever they do in the ring, people's eyes are focused to look at that beautiful horse. So, dressage is something, but yes, it will take us time because it's a technical way of doing it. We will take some time, but some of our young boys have done very well from Udaipur, from Jodhpur, one from Jaipur. These 3 or 4 places we have had young boys who are coming to dressage on Marwari horses and are doing extremely well. So these are the 3 things I have shared with you on the fourth side. Show jumping is the last, but it will take us time. Because for that we need stride. And if you notice, our horses do not have the patience to go slow. You put them in front of a jump, they'll go, they'll jump it, about 3 feet away from the jump. So that needs a lot of training, and haunches strong, hind legs strong, everything. So that will take time, but I think we should for the time being concentrate on endurance and training to make it a success. I want to add here that it's been many years since the Indigenous Horse Society of India started National Indigenous Championships. It was in partnership with the Equestrian Federation, but they later on were losing on the medals and they could not participate very much because they had no indigenous.